In this video, I'm doing a review of the 11 disc Discbound notebook. So if you've heard of the ARC or the tool, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, it's just spelled T-U-L. The 11 disc is very similar to that. It has its own disc that you can replace it with, different colors, aluminium or the plastic ones like these ones here that came by default on the notebook. It has a poly cover, which is the same material as both the ARC and the tool. I don't believe there are leather covers available at the moment, but they do have quite a lot of accessories, so maybe that's something they're adding in the future. You can get different refill pages. I chose the dot grid because I'm going to use this one for bullet journaling, but you can also get lined. There's like daily pages, monthly, weekly, project planning. There's a whole bunch of different inserts that you can get. So the go with the Discbound notebooks and why I like them so much is that you can pull the pages in and out. So it's got a little picture actually that I can show you on the packaging here. I will do a demo as well, but you can just see, gives you a little explanation there. You just pull the paper out, you can write on it, and then you can put it back in. So if you are left-handed and you don't want to be hitting the spine of your notebook, then these Discbound ones are really good. And also, I'm right-handed, but I also really like them because the pages will lay perfectly flat, not like with a sewn-bound notebook, how sometimes they won't. This is what the discs look like. I will measure everything for you and include that in the blog post down below. The discs, to be honest, look pretty much the same as the ARC and the tool. I mean, all discs really these days look basically the same. It comes with this many pages in it. I believe it's about 50. I will again double check that, and you can add more. You can see I've got a little bit of space here left on the ring. I could expand that out a smidge. You can also get larger size rings as well. The aluminium have a really nice rose gold. There's also like a normal gold. There's black, there's translucent, there's a whole bunch of different disc colors that you can replace them with. And you can also get the different cover colors as well. I really like the purple that I chose, something different, and I have not seen the other Discbound brands have this same shade of purple. So inside we have the disc binding. As you can see, it's laying perfectly flat. There's a better view. Perfectly flat, love it. Now I got the dot grid. I am a little disappointed because the dot is not a 5mm grid. So most dot grid notebooks, like your sewn bound ones, will have 5mm between each dot to create that grid. This one is a 1/4 inch, so 0.25 inches. So it's a bit of a bigger grid. I have used this grid size before because I accidentally chose it when I built my custom Agendio notebook and I didn't really like it. I'm someone who likes to write on every second line, like here, and then I go down here. I don't write together, just because I think it looks a bit too bunched up. And so because I do that, I can't fit as much on the page because the grid is so widely spaced apart. So just keep that in mind. I believe it's the same dot grid spacing on the letter size and the junior, which is the half US letter size, which is the one that I have here with me. As you can see, the cover extends a little bit beyond the pages. So the pages themselves are the half US letter, and then the cover is a little bit wider. I will have all the dimensions, and again, that will be in the blog post link down below. There's no other extras that came with this notebook. It's just the dot grid pages, but you can, like I mentioned, get those refill pages and add them in if you want them. You can also resize a printable. I'll have a tutorial down below on how to do that. And then if you have the compatible punch, I believe this will work with the tool and the ARC punch. I will try it and let you know again in the blog post. And then you can just insert your own printables in here or your own blank pieces of copy paper if you want. The other thing that I think is always worth mentioning is a pen test. So if you follow me, I always use the same pens, erasable pens, stamps, and highlighters, so we can get a good comparison of different paper quality between planners and notebooks. The paper in this one is really nice and smooth to write on. It does have a little bit of show through though, as you can see. These marker pens showed through. There's also quite a lot of bleed through for Mamby stamps, and there was a bit of ghosting on the highlighters. I would say that this paper quality is comparable to the tool, and then I think the ARC has slightly better paper. It doesn't seem to have as much show through as this one does, but they're all really nice and smooth. They feel really nice to write on, so the paper is great. Price point, they all seem to be around a similar price if you've got the poly cover. If you choose the leather cover, which is offered by some of the other brands, and obviously it's going to cost a lot more. I have had the poly cover on my ARC for probably like 7-8 years now, and it's fine. Like, it stayed in good condition because it has these rounded corners just like this one does here, so it doesn't really get like damaged or anything. It's not a cardstock cover or a laminate, which will. This is a really flexible material, and as you can see, I'm like bending it and it's like totally fine. So no issues with the cover or anything. With the Discbound pages, you can just drag them out like that and then push them back in with your fingers just to align with the little like mushroom holes. just because I know someone's going to ask me about compatibility with the Happy Planner, the stem is shorter, a lot shorter than the Happy Planner stem. The Happy Planner stem comes out to about here before you see the mushroom, so I don't recommend mixing those pages in with the Arc the Tool or this 11 disc one either. I think the Happy Planner is really just made only for Happy Planner. I do have photos comparing when I did do that comparison. I'll have that link down below as well if you're interested. So that is it for this review. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more planner or Discbound notebook review videos. The button is down below, and I'll have all those links in the description box down below as well.